everyone, it's Ange from Ange RNY here. It's been a while since I came to you guys. It's been since November 25th, 2021. It is February 16th, 2022. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a while. But I've had a lot of stuff going on between work, Christmas, family. Hubby and I got the unmentionable sickness that's destroying our world right now, or whatever you want to say. And dealing with Timber's health as well, so I'll give you all updates on that. So when I came to you last, it was my week 194 RNY, week 6 Carnivore, and now it is my week 206 RNY and month 4 Carnivore, because yes, I am still doing that quite well. So to start, I had surgery on March 7th, 2018 at Guelph General Hospital in Guelph, Ontario, Canada with Dr. Jules Fontaine-Long. My highest weight was 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds. And my last update weight was 262.6 pounds. Sorry, I forgot to calculate all the numbers to tell you guys updates. Today I am weighing in at 257.2. Sorry, I had to find it on my page because I got it all written down. Okay, so from my highest weight, that is 86.4. From my surgery weight, that is 59.2. And of course, we're in the transport, and he's driving, so sorry for all the shakes. From my last update, that is 5.4. And I have been here. I have been taking weights. I did have them memorized. I didn't have them written down. There was a couple of weeks where I actually missed getting my weight. I don't remember them anymore. And there's been a lot of stuff that's happened in between then and here. And so, yeah, I can't give those to you anymore. God, I hate this angle. It makes me look like I've got a double chin again. Doesn't look like that in the mirror. Anyways, yeah, so I started weighing again last Monday on the 7th of February, and then I was 270.6. I think the last time I weighed before that was the end of January. I was like 271.4. So a little bit of regain over the Christmas holidays. While I stayed somewhat okay, I did get into the keto treats, hence this, because this is the end of what's coming out of me from it. Because, stuff like that makes me break out like mad. And it's proven to myself by myself. So, anyways, still kind of battling with it here and there. It was mostly a Christmas thing, but been trying to break out of it. Been doing carnivore the whole entire time. Have not even over Christmas did I give into that, other than having chocolate through Christmas to keep my, so I was getting, there's these like lemon ice drop keto bombs from Slim Fast, which were okay, and probably part of why I regained 10 pounds, for sure. And then there's a health food store that I go to that has keto chocolate bars, that it's milk chocolate, that is actually cleaner ingredients than what you can get in those Slim Fast keto bombs, which, if I really feel the need at this point, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Whoa, John. Sorry, he swerved and you swerved towards him when he swerved. So,
he's a dick and that's not my problem.
Whew. A little bit of a scare there.
And in that battle, I'm going to win.
Honey? Really?
That's reality.
Anyways, moving on. Don't listen to him. Anyways, yeah, so, I've made a couple of decisions regarding that. I'm not gonna restrict myself. I'm gonna do what makes my body feel best, but if I'm really feeling the need for a bit of chocolate, I'm gonna have some, but I'm gonna restrict myself to those bars because I like them and I know that they don't hurt me. They don't affect my body as badly as other things do, which is real key to me right now, because a lot of other things do negatively affect my body. So, which I've been finding out over the last year and a half, which is okay. So, that being said, right, so since last Monday, my total weight loss has been 13.2 pounds, and there was a couple of days since that weigh, between this weigh, that I did have some chocolate, and I had some cheese, and, that time of the month is going to be starting in the next few days, so, and I always put on like 2 or 3 pounds right around that time. So, I think I'm doing really good. I mean, guaranteed a lot of that, if not all of it, is inflammation and water weight. But we'll see, because I pretty much found, again, because it seems to be an ever-changing thing food-wise, but right now I am content with eating ground beef every day and a salmon fillet, and then today I'm going to actually try some liver, see if my palate's changed enough to accept it. And if it has, then it's something I'm going to be incorporating in once a week or every couple of weeks or so. We shall see. So, with Timber, with his update, before I move on to that, I just wanted to say something I've been thinking about. I'm getting out to 4 years in a couple of weeks. It's my 4-year anniversary of surgery. And something I think a lot of us don't think about, or we think about it and don't say it, we don't give it light, is we go into this thinking that weight loss surgery is a magic pill, that it's going to make us lose all the weight and put us where we want to be in life, and everything is going to be so much better and blah blah blah. But it's not. It's only what you make of it, and you only get as far as you work to get, because it's work. And a lot of us don't understand that going into it. And the ones that say they do still don't understand it. Because even watching all the people that I watched before surgery, I didn't have a full, complete, total understanding of it until after I had surgery. And where it comes down further down the road with regain and stuff, because I am someone who has regained, it all comes down to how hard are you willing to work, and are you going to keep putting in the work to get rid of the regain, or are you just going to let yourself go back to that and keep letting the stuff that helped you to get that regain, are you going to keep giving it power and letting it take you with it? So, I mean, for me, that's cheese and that's chocolate. And while I'm not going to restrict myself from those things, I am going to put them in a space where I am allowed to have them, and I give myself permission to have them. But once in a while, instead of restricting myself from them, because when you restrict yourself from them, you're basically turning yourself into the kid with its hand caught in the cookie jar, because you are just giving your brain a way to justify having it, because now it's bad to have it, and it's something you've got to hide, and regardless of whether you talk about it or not, you make it a guilty pleasure. You make it more pleasurable by trying to restrict yourself from it. While it's still pleasurable if you don't restrict yourself, it's more so if you do restrict yourself. So I think the healthy way to start thinking about things is, I can have these things, but I need to have them once in a while, instead of telling myself that I shouldn't have them and I can't have them and everything like that. So I'm going to keep my brain on that aspect instead, which I think puts me in a healthier position, in a healthier place to be able to deal with the addictions that I do have and suffer with on a daily basis. So anyways, moving on from that, with Timber, they did an x-ray with him. Very first, I had a telehealth appointment on December 1st, in which they outlined what they would do and potential costs. And then during December, we ended up going out west. Even better. Part of what's helped make me busier, we ended up going out west, and it was like minus 40, minus 35, minus 30. It was really freaking cold. There was a couple of really cold days where we just, something we did and we'll never do again, is on the really super cold days, we would let them out, and one or the other of us would wash them from the truck, and then have them come up when they're done their business and done running around for a bit, whatever, so that they can have, as long as their paws aren't freezing, their little playtime and time to do their things and everything like that. And so we did that the one day, and Timber ended up falling when he was climbing back up into the truck. And when he fell, he tore his cruciate ligament in his right back knee. Which we found out when he went for his x-ray and ultrasound of the lump, to start getting a reading on the internal mass of the lump that he has. So from there, he is having surgery on April 20th to repair his cruciate ligament in his knee. So, yeah, like adding injury to previous conditions, they have pretty much determined that the lump is an extremely large fatty deposit. All they have gotten out of it to date, and they have been able to take cells from internal portions of the lump, because it does extend into his abdomen, and they have taken portions from the external part of his lump and only gotten fatty cells, so they remain hopeful that it is only a very large fatty lipoma. He went for his x-ray ultrasound in the middle of January, and then at the end of January had a CT scan to get a full scope of the lump, at which point they found that the lump itself is encapsulated extremely well, even though it butts up against his and pushes into his rectal wall. And they found that it also butts up and pushes his organs internally somewhat, but it is encapsulated really well. It is not growing into any of the organs and surrounding tissues, from what the CT scans show. So they are very confident that they will be able to remove the lump away from his rectum, and so that because they're worried about him possibly rupturing his colon and stuff up until surgery, and they are also very confident that they will be able to remove the mass almost in its entirety from around his organs and whatever other soft tissues and whatnot that it butts up against, which has made us very happy, because we were really worried. It was looking at the possibility of him having to do radiation, which would mean they would hit the lump up with radiation only so it didn't grow in mass and size, but would not shrink it. And if they could not remove the lump entirely, at least debulking it. So, and I mean, that is something also that they might only be able to do in certain areas. They might not be able to remove it completely. It depends on how tight it is. Like, the CT gives them a really good picture of it, but until they get in there and actually see it, they're not going to know for 100% sure. They're pretty confident they can remove it, but some areas may just be a debulking and getting as close as they can. Another thing they like to do is they like to do a maximum excision, which means that they take 4 to 5 centimeters or 3 to 4 centimeters, something like that, of surrounding tissue, just in case it is a cancerous lump. They said they should be able to remove it entirely with minimal excision, which means just the lump itself. They won't know. They might have to do radiation treatments, but they won't know until they get the lump removed and then send it away to biopsy it after removal. But at that point, because it is covering such a large area inside and outside of his body, they are requiring him to be out of the truck for a few weeks, because with things like that, you have to heal from the inside out. So Timber and I are going to be off. Paisley and John are going to live in the truck to keep us rolling somewhat. And I should find out at some point just after they remove it, probably the following week, that whether he needs to do radiation treatments or not. And then if he does, then we can address that then, because him and I will be off. So that will be March 28th or 29th that he will have it removed, because they said they will. His next appointment's the 28th. They'll either bring him in for surgery the same day or the next day. They're not entirely sure yet. Depends on whatever else they have going on. So, and then that will keep us off until his next surgery for his knee, which is April 20th. And then they have said that he's pretty much clear after the knee surgery to go back into the truck right away. We do have a ramp for him, which he does use every single time he gets in and out of the truck. We do help him down out of the truck so he's not jarring his leg and tearing his other cruciate ligament, because that would just be extremely bad. He is putting weight on the leg, but minimal. So we don't want to exacerbate it even more than it already is. So, yeah, we're getting it taken care of. We're actually lucky with the knee thing too, because they called us with a cancellation in the middle of April. Otherwise, we'd have been waiting till the middle of June or July. So we actually got really lucky with that. So we're getting our boy fixed and taking care of him. And I'm working on my stuff, and my husband is going to be working on his stuff soon. So that's all we can do. Anyways, that's me for now. I've already talked enough. I will stop talking now, and I'm not going to promise an update next Wednesday, but I know I keep saying it. I am going to try and come and update more, because this does help to keep me accountable. I've just been really busy with everything that's been going on, and this is the first chance I've actually had to sit down and haven't felt so extremely tired because of being sick that I am able to do it. It's been a few weeks. There's still days where I have extreme exhaustion, and there's still some days where it feels like I have a frog in my throat. But apparently that's part of what happens after, so for some people. So yeah, all you can do is just keep going on. But anyways, everybody have a great week. I will do my best to come to you next week, and take care until then. Thanks. Bye.